Hello everybody, it's Flippin' Friday. Stick around to see what I sold this past week. Hello everybody, and thank you for coming to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Heather. I'm a full-time reseller. I sell on sites like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, ThredUp, Facebook Marketplace, Tradesy, The RealReal. I'm a homeschool mom of 2 kids, Grace and Ryan. I'm a volleyball coach, volleyball player, and I love Disney. So we are going to get into this what sold video. I do these every Friday. If you like reseller content like what sold videos, thrift hauls, mystery unboxings, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below with the bell next to it. That way you get notifications every time I put out a new video. Okay, I did have a viewer on my last video say that I talk too fast, so if I do, sorry.
I'll try to slow down a little bit more,
but if I get into my natural ways, that's just how I am. Like, I've always been told I talk fast, so I'll try to think of it, but I can't guarantee anything. So we're gonna get into the sales this week. I feel like they were pretty good. I had some really good ones on ThredUp, so I think I'll do ThredUp last. So stick around to the end for that. A couple of sales I think that were over $100 payout, which is amazing. Let's just start right off with Poshmark. Poshmark is normally my best selling platform, and it was the same this week. I did have a couple of days where I feel like it was kind of slow, so I sent out some 50% off offers on old items, which produced some sales. So that was good. The first thing just this morning I sold on Poshmark was a pair of Athleta navy blue stripe linen trousers. These were in a size 8, and they sold for $18. Next was a pair of Keen shoes. These were the Harvester Mary Jane slip-on trail shoes. I sold this pair before, I think, for $35. This time they sold for $40. I sold this Banana Republic gray basket weave blazer. This was in a size 20 and it sold for $30. Next, the pair of Rock Revival shorts. Shorts and swimsuits are definitely selling right now, so make sure you're listing those. These were Celinda white shorts. I had them listed for $35 and someone offered me $33, so that was an amazing offer. Yes, please. Next was a new Peruvian Connection Belda blazer. This was a linen blend and it sold for $60. I sold these pair of Ariat mid-rise whip stitch bootcut jeans for $34. Next was a pair of Blankie Leggings, BLANQI. This is a maternity brand, and this legging sells super quick for me every time. They're pretty easy to spot, at least in my opinion. They're just a black full-length legging, but they have the big belly support, and they sold for $29 within a day. Next is a pair of Harley-Davidson black leather Cassandra boots. These sold for $54. I sold this new Talbot's multicolor houndstooth blazer. This was in a size 12 and it sold for $30. So I have been picking up Talbot's a little bit more recently. I never used to pick it up before, but I've been picking it up kind of in the bigger sizes. This is water I left out last night. I'm trying to make sure there's no animal hair in there. We have 2 cats and a dog. So anyway, Talbot's, it's been doing better for me in the bigger sizes. So, and good fabric blends, like the wool blazers and stuff like that. The striped tunic, I actually had this for a really long time. It wasn't a size extra small, which is probably part of the reason, and it sold for $21. I sold this Harley-Davidson blue chambray motorcycle top for $15. I typically do well with Harley, but this one, you couldn't really see the logo that well. There was nothing super special or blingy about it, so it only sold for $15. Next was a J. Crew blazer that I got in a ThredUp outlet box. It was the Noble Riding Equestrian red wool blazer in a size 4, and it sold for $22. I sold these airy denim drawstring cutoff shorts within a day for $17. Next was a Disney Parks Mickey Mouse cherry print purse. I got this at a garage sale for $1, I think, last summer. I finally sold for $15. I thought it was cute, but it wasn't very new. So anyway, glad it sold. I sold this pair of Allegria Chloe black Napa leather clog shoes for $20. Next was a pair of Lululemon. These were purple retreat 7/8 leggings. I sold them for $16. This is getting into my 50% off sale. I don't know. I just had these for a really long time. Some people can sell it really good, but it's only certain things sell good for me. I just made an Instagram post about that. I found some Align shorts, and those sold within minutes to a follower on Instagram, but we'll see. The other ones I think are black capris. Next was an Adidas black track jacket. This sold for $25. I sold this Dooney & Burke brown leather tote bag. This came to me in a thread-up name brand handbag box. So I think my average cost of goods was like $17, $18. And that sold for $75. Next was a cup sheet black floral v-neck one-piece swimsuit. I just picked up a bunch of this brand at the thrift store the other day. It doesn't sell for a ton, but they usually sell fast in season. So that sold for $20. Next was a Cacique black lace lightly lined full coverage bra in a size 42 double D. This only sold for $9. I think this was obviously one of my 50% off sales. If it's like pretty low from what I typically sell, it was probably a 50% off offer. Next was an Eloquii blue-green polka dot short sleeve midi dress. This one's in a plus size 14 and it sold for $15. Next was a bundle of 4 items. It was all things from a thread-up fun box. Purple shearling beanie, packed organic gray striped socks, Simply Southern blue mermaid socks, and new Target red Christmas pajamas. Like a very odd bundle, and they sold all together for $20, which I'm fine with because none of that stuff was really worth much. So good to get rid of 4 of those things. Next, I sold a pair of new Gap green pull-on casual easy pants. I thought because they were new with tags and like a jogger style, maybe they would do good, but they didn't, and they sold for $12. Next was a new Lulu's floral pink ruffle maxi dress. The maxi dresses do much better for me with Lulu's than the mini dresses. This one sold for $40, so that was great. This Bowden Laura linen embroidered dress, I knew it would sell quickly. It was getting lots of attention right away, and it sold for $30. Next was a vintage Seattle, Washington sweatshirt. I don't know really much about vintage, but I thought this was pretty cool, so I picked it up, and it sold for $30. So it sold like within a week too. I sold these American Eagle medium wash distressed jeggings in a size 4 short for $13. Next was a pair of Merrill Monument red slip-on trail shoes for $10. Torrid teal career business open blazer in a 2X for $13. Cabby purple balloon sleeve top for $8. J. Crew blue gingham sleeveless v-neck ruffle Y2K 90s dress for $9. Cabby Isabel palm ruffle blue summer dress for $14. Lululemon Secret Garden and Body crop capri leggings, $14. Bunch of those low sales there, but it moved a lot of inventory and I literally don't care. I don't get attached to basically anything that I sell, so I don't care to move it on for cheap. I sold these Eileen Fisher drab olive organic linen cropped wide leg pants. I just got these recently from a thrift store and I sold them for $29. Next was a pair of Spanx blue camo mid-rise leggings. These only sold for $14. Usually my Spanx does really well, but the small sizes don't do as well. I guess that makes sense because the small people don't have as much to suck in. I don't know. I sold this Michael Kors watch. This came to me in a thread-up box at some point, and it sold for $24. Next was a Pendleton horseback riding equestrian midi skirt in a size 14. That sold for $16. I sold this Sandro Paris black yellow mini dress for $12. It came to me in a thread-up box, and it had a flaw, and it just didn't have great comps, so kind of a low sale there. Next is a pair of Allegria. These were the quick charcoal gray comfort shoes, and they sold for $16. I sold these Manolo Blahnik strappy flat sandals for $36. They were like a leopard print. They had a pretty good amount of wear, and I think they came to me in a thread-up designer box, but that was like a 50% off offer, so I still made some money on those. Next is a Lulu's pink v-neck wrap sleeveless jumpsuit. Now, if this was a maxi dress, I think it would have sold better, but I just don't have very much luck selling jumpsuits, so I probably won't be picking them up very much in the future. I sold these cut from the cloth Catherine slim boyfriend jeans in a size 14 for $28. I send a lot of my cut from the cloth and Not Your Daughter's jeans to thread up because they seem to do well there, but these were in a bigger size, size 14, and I feel like I do better myself selling the bigger sizes, and I did. Those sold within a few days. I sold this Free People Sweetest Thing v-neck mini dress for $12. Next was a Torrid olive green lightweight open cardigan sweater for also $12. Another $12 sale, Judy blue distressed mid-rise denim capri jeans. I sold these Dansko Deandra taupe wedge sandals for $16. Jeffrey Campbell ivory crinkle penny loafers, I sold these for $40. Anthropologie San and Sony red lace fit and flare dress. This sold for $14. Next is a J. Jill plaid linen Harper relaxed blazer. This sold for $14. I sold this Lane Bryant blue plaid, the Bryant blazer, in a size 20 for $22. Ellie's barking outside. Maybe she'll be quiet. Next was a Madewell striped summer rider cardigan. This was in a size medium, sold for $21. I sold these Paige Hoxton ankle skinny jeans in Jaslyn Destructed for $59, which is very, very unusual for me to sell Paige. So when I picked them up, I could tell they were a newer style, and like they had a high rise and they were distressed, like really cute. So definitely glad I looked up comps because they were selling from like this price, like $50 to $75 consistently. So it's really good to look up comps and just take a few seconds because you could make more money than you think sometimes. Next was a pair of Lululemon black ribbed waistband yoga leggings. I just did my own keywords because I couldn't find a stock photo. Kind of a pet peeve of mine when I post my Lululemon like on Instagram or a Poshmark page on Facebook, I'm asking people for help finding the stock photo and they're like, check Lulu Fanatics. I'm like, listen, I don't want to sit in that website and like waste my time scrolling through a billion black leggings trying to find the same one. It's so annoying. Usually I do a quick Google search myself with the keywords, and if I can't find them, my Google Lens doesn't work. So if I can't find them, I will post on those other places because I think maybe somebody else owns these or is selling them. So just off the top of their head, they just know what the name is. So that one I never could find the picture or the name, and they still sold. Next was a Draper James pink gingham sweatshirt. This sold for $20. Something I did hear, though, that Draper James is going to Kohl's. So very sad. That means basically the value is going to go down. If you can find some of the stuff that's selling before it goes there, they could still do good. But usually when it goes to Kohl's, like the brand slowly dies. So that's sad. Okay, I sold these Fry Dorado boots. These I got at a consignment store and I sold them for $106. So amazing. Next was a vintage Victoria's Secret Angel black pants. This was kind of an experiment. It was the old like bootcut style pants, really low rise with the fold over on the back with the like blingy angel wings. Super cringy, but guess what? They sold really quick for $25. So if you see that, I guess pick it up. Next was another Lulu's maxi dress. This was the white Infinite Glory maxi dress, and it sold for $30. I sold these new with tags Eddie Bauer slightly curvy joggers in a size extra large for $20. Next was a Cortland Park blue cashmere sweater. This also I got in that ThredUp outlet box, and it sold for $20. I sold these Flying Monkey high-rise denim shorts in a size 25 for $17. Next was a pair of men's Cole Haan Grand OS Jefferson cap toe Oxfords. These sold for $27. And the last thing I sold on Poshmark was this Rag & Bone navy blue chevron pullover hoodie, and that sold for $34. So that's my Poshmark sales. Let me know in the comments how your Poshmark sales were this week. Hopefully everybody's getting back to more consistent sales with all of the crazy changes they were trying to do a little while back. Okay, let's go eBay next. First, I sold these Burberry brown sunglasses. These came to me in a ThredUp designer box. It had the Nova check on the case. I had them listed for $95, and I went through on my eBay and I was just relisting items that had been listed for a little while. So I lowered the price to $85, and they sold within a couple of days for $85.88. So that was a really good sale. It was a Garnet Hill Easy Linen Tunic. I just listed this and it sold within a day for $24. Soft Surroundings Jacket Kimono. This sold for $40. Next was the brand Len OK. I've never heard of it, but it was a pair of linen wide-legged pants, and I just thought that would be good. I looked up comps, and I saw a few that were decent, so I sold mine for $28. Next was an Eileen Fisher navy blue silk dress. This sold for me fairly quickly for $43. I sold this Soft Surroundings tunic within a day. This was in a size 3X, and it sold for $18. Next was a Prairie Underground long cloak hoodie. This did have some wear at a little spot in the sleeve, but it still sold for $70. So that's amazing. Have you guys sold Prairie Underground before? I think I had that exact same hoodie that sold for around the same price before. So definitely a good item to be on the lookout for. Next was a vintage Jessica McClintock Gunny Sacks dress. It had cute little like daisies on the straps, and it sold for $25. Maybe somebody's gonna wear that to prom. Speaking of prom, I took my daughter out prom dress shopping, and dressing teenage girls modestly is hard. She wants a long gown, okay, fine. But then you have long gowns where it's like, let's have all your boobs hanging out, or let's have a slit all the way up to your crotch. Like, oh my gosh. But we found one, luckily. I'll pop up a picture here if I can remember. It's just a really pretty pink sparkly dress, but it's tough. If you can relate, let me know. Dressing girls modestly these days. Next is a pair of American Eagle high-rise distressed mom shorts. These sold for $20. Also, it does say international sale through the global shipping program, so turn that on if you don't when you're listing on eBay. I sold these Duluth Trading Company pull-on skinny jeans super quick for $20. Next was a pair of new Havianas orange lace-up espadrille shoes. These sold for $25.88, my full asking price. I sold this Samuji. I don't even know what this brand is. S-A-M-U-J-I, but I found it at a consignment store on their clearance rack. It was a wool blend, a sleeveless dress, and this also sold through the global shipping program for $45. Next was the Soft Surroundings red belted midi dress. This was in a size extra large, and it sold for $28. I sold these Lafayette 148 New York black Thompson high-rise jeans in a size 10 for $42, which is amazing because I actually don't sell that brand very well. And it's been doing really crappy for me on The RealReal because they price it really low and then my payout's like 30%. So I don't know. Maybe try ThredUp. Next was a new Torrid washed pullover sweatshirt. This was in a size 5X. It sold super quick for $25. I sold this Coach brown leather monogram Peyton purse. This came to me in a ThredUp Coach box and it sold for $50. Next was a Kalia Carrie Underwood black zip-up athletic jacket. This sold for $19. I sold this Catherine's dress super quick. Lots of people on my Instagram polls say no to Catherine's, but my sales show otherwise. Maybe they're saying no because they don't like the style or it doesn't sell for a ton, but I still make like pretty good profit and some of it sells fast. This was a midi dress in a size 1X and it sold for $20 overnight. I sold another, oops, sorry, text sound, I'll turn that off. Victoria's Secret Paisley Gateway Bikini. This was another global shipping program sale and it sold for $40. Here is a couple more Catherine sales. One was a teal 3/4 sleeve lace top for $23. That was in a 0X. And the other one was a black red top in a size 4X. This one only sold for $12. That's it on eBay. Okay, let's move on to Mercari. My Mercari and Marketplace sales were really bad this week, but I'll let you know the few things that I did have. The first thing I sold on Mercari was this pair of Figs Cade Cargo Scrub Pants. I only sold them for $20. I usually would be able to sell them for more, but these ones had tiny little bleach spots on them that I didn't realize until I got home, so I must not have checked very good at the thrift store. But that's okay, I still made money. Next, a pair of American Eagle Light Wash high-rise festival shorts. These were in a size 20 and they sold for $21. And the last thing I sold on Mercari was this cool navy blue flight jacket. This, however, was a very good sale and it sold for $70. So this is an item for cool to be on the lookout for. It's super soft and like fleecy. It looks, I don't know if you could see the model picture very good, but this is what it looks like. So that's it on Mercari. There was 2 sales on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like if I could be doing more to make more money. If you have success on Mercari or Marketplace, like if you're making a few sales a day on those platforms, let me know down below if you have any tips. On Facebook Marketplace, one thing I sold was this Lean Bryant floral tie-back dress. This sold for $20. And then I also sold this Catherine striped long sleeve duster cardigan sweater, also for $20. So that's it on there. Tradesy, I don't think I had any sales on. The RealReal, I don't even know. I hardly send anything in there anymore. So let's just go through on these really good ThredUp sales. ThredUp was good to me this week. So I'm still loving it. I'm still sending in boxes. And I'm starting a little bit more to like branch out and try to pay, not pay up, but for a while I was only sending in things that I paid 99 cents for. That way if it sold really cheap or if it didn't sell, I wasn't out hardly any money. But I'm starting to like slowly kind of try to figure out what does well and what I'm willing to pay like normal thrift store prices for, like $5, $7. So I've been doing that with maybe like Eliza J dresses because they do well normally. Joseph Ribkoff does well. Alberto Macaulay does well. Desigual does well. And sometimes Ann Taylor and Talbot's blazers. So, and Not Your Daughter's Jeans and Cut from the Cloth, like I said earlier. Those are a few I can think of off the top of my head that typically consistently give me pretty good payouts. So let's just go through the sales here from this past week, and that'll kind of give you guys an idea if you're interested in sending in a box to thread up. I sold these Cut from the Cloth jeans for $60.99. I get a payout of $21.66. Next was an Alberto Macaulay cardigan, like I said. This actually already sold, but it got returned. I think they have 30 days to return the items, and it sold again for the full price for $125.99, and I got a payout of $65.72, so that was amazing. Next is the Lane Bryant cardigan. This sold for $55.99, give me a payout of $14.87. This Intimately Free People casual dress sold for $47.99, and that gave me a payout of $13.92. Next was a pair of Minnetonka flats that I actually had forever, and they weren't selling for me, so I sent them to thredUP. They sold them for $40.99, give me a payout of $9.20. I sold this Laundry by Shelly Segal snow jacket. That's how they titled it. It sold for $110.99, and I got a payout of $69.04, which is amazing. So you can see here, actually I'm not going to get my payout until, oh my gosh, if this will focus. I'm not going to get my payout until the 21st because that is the return window. So you do have to be like willing to wait or like know that you don't get your payouts right away because they let them have that whole month to return. But I did hear that people can't return purses, so I'm going to start trying to slowly experiment with that. Anyway, that was an amazing sale. I hope it doesn't get returned. Another great sale here, Talbot's wool blazer sold for $105.99. I got a payout of $64.87. I sold this Tadashi long sleeve blouse for $40.99, giving me a payout of $8.37. Next was a pair of Club Monaco khakis. These sold for $40.99. I get a payout of $8.37. This Mac Studio casual dress sold right away for $52.99, and I got a payout of $16.86. This Joseph Ribkoff top I think could have sold sooner, but what happened is they put all of my items up, and then you get a 12-hour window that you can adjust the prices, and I didn't do it in time. And so this person already reserved this item right away, and that was the price. They set the price at $24.99, and that was the price they bought it for because since they reserved it right away, I couldn't go in and edit the price. So if you do sell on thredUP, make sure you're checking it a couple times a day. I try to check in the morning and at night because you really want to raise your prices up as high as you can go. At least that's my strategy. Because otherwise it's going to sell for not very much and you won't make very much money. Next was a soft style mule clog. This actually came to me in a thredUP shoebox that sucked. And so I sent them back to them and they sold for $35.99. Give me a payout of $7.04. So I think I like made $1 or $2. I sold this Ann Taylor Loft long sleeve blouse for $47.99. Give me a payout of $13.92. Next was a J. Jill casual dress sold for $35.99. Give me a payout of $6.54. I sold this Ann Taylor blazer for $80.99. Give me a payout of $23.62. Next was a Lauren by Ralph Lauren cardigan. This sold for $62.99. Give me a payout of $23.82. Last couple sales here. One was an ASOS casual dress. This sold for $37.99. I got a payout of $9.12. And my best sale on thredUP this week was this Wilson's leather jacket. Actually, they wrote Wilson's leather jacket. It sold for $200.99, and I'm getting an 80% payout of $160.80. And I think I paid 99 cents for that. So that's amazing. Editing Heather here. I forgot to add a couple of in-person sales or from my Instagram stories. First was Grace. She bought these Lululemon burgundy aligned shorts from when I posted them yesterday when I bought them at Goodwill. She got those for $30 shipped. And then Tia bought this City Chic plus size dress. I got that Wednesday night and she saw it in my stories. So thank you to both of you for your purchases. Yay! Let me know how your sales were this week, guys. I guess based off of my best flip, that Wilson's coat definitely would be since I paid 99 cents and sold it for $200. Yeah, that's amazing. I really love ThredUp and I'm really excited to keep using it. I hope nothing happens, but something probably will happen because it seems like something always happens. So just like with the whole thing with Poshmark and everything, that's why I think it's really good to be listing in multiple places, and also just to like be flexible and be willing to change things if you have to, and not like flip out when a platform fails or they mess up or it's slow or something like that, because that kind of stuff's always going to happen. So you just kind of have to adapt. Okay, I'm going to get this video edited and put up for you guys, and then maybe do a little bit of shopping. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I like to put up what I'm finding in the store so you can kind of help me decide whether to get it or not. And I will talk to you guys soon. I will have a ThredUp mystery unboxing on Sunday. It's either a Coach or a name brand handbag box, so be on the lookout for that. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.